last 2 years you've chosen to acclimatise in Perth at the Hopman Cup rather than being in the Middle East. How's that helped
Brisbane.
with the
I was in Brisbane for 3 years, yeah.
How's that helped with the acclimatisation?
I mean, look, I don't know how different Brisbane is from Perth in terms of the weather. It's pretty much the same. But I've done all sorts of preparations. I did preparations with Tony Roach in Sydney, went back to Doha, then came back from Melbourne. That worked. So this time I've done Perth now twice. I've done Brisbane in the past. But I feel like having kids and now later on in my career, it feels like the Hopman Cup is a really good option for me. I love that there is not 450 players like here, basically. There's only, maybe 20 players, which is great. And wonderful centre court, great crowds. And not that that wasn't the case in Brisbane, but it is a jet lag that's simpler coming from Dubai. It's only 4 hours. So I didn't have any jet lag. The kids also not. And I always think of them first. So for us, it worked very well this year again, like last year. And plus I won. So seems to be working so far.
Talk about how our game has changed over these many years, many changes, but what do you think the key things in terms of change since you came into the game?
Well, I mean, if you look at the last 2 matches that I've played, I felt like both of my opponents pretty much kind of went for broke, and that's from the baseline. Usually we don't have that so much back in the day. If you had a dangerous player, he was a serve and volley player and a chip and charge player. Today, everybody, when they see a mini chance to get on the offensive, they just go for it. And I think the racket and string technology has allowed that to happen, especially on faster courts, as you don't want to be in defense too much. The moment you see an opening, you go for it. And keeps the points short now too. It's just become extremely athletic in the process, and I feel like that's been the biggest difference for me in recent years now.